All right, guys, live round two. I've never done anything like this before, but I wanted to change topics and I wanted to frame that video because the problem is that it's cool when you guys hop on for a live, but then when people watch it hours later, they get very upset because they're like, "What are you doing?" They don't understand this was a live video. The benefit of live is me able to communicate and see you guys real time. You know what I mean? That's the benefit of it. All right, guys. So this video is called um, "Are you prepared for the coming collapse?" Look, we got hyperinflation. We've got supply chain issues. Food. China has bought up like a vast majority of American farmland and things like that. Obviously, China's trying to make a power play. It's no doubt, and this administration is just kind of allowing it. They're not even concerned about it, probably because they're in bed with them. But that's just my own kind of hunch. Probably like a lot of yours. You guys know you guys know this. I was going to see if I could find this article. I was saving really quickly so we can run through this. China is buying up American farms. Washington wants to crack down. Well, it's too late. They've already bought it. Even in my local areas, it came out like right down the street. Like the Chinese own like some farm right down the street. You know, so they're wanting to push now after China has like kind of taken charge. China's influence over U.S. economy has reached America's farm country. Lawmakers of both parties are wanting to crack down on foreign purchases. Why we would even allow this to begin with? Money talks. I mean, we know what that is. And let's face it, a lot of the politicians, they just kind of go along with it too, no matter what side of the fence you are on. If you're a Republican or Democrat. And listen, when people say that I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, you may vote that way. You're not a Republican. That's for politicians. So when we're talking about politicians, Republicans and Democrats, how you vote is not exactly what you are. So, um, and just kind of on that, like if you go along with everything your political party says, you're a sheep. Just bottom line, you can't even think for yourself. These guys, they have different agendas than yours. Some of them may align, but if all of them align, you're just going with the drinking um drinking the Kool-Aid. Yeah, brother. Sorry, this guy Jonathan. Thanks for that, man. Yeah, you can get an autograph, man. Just email us. Why you want my autograph? That's cool. But anyway, yeah, man. Definitely email us info@blackscoutsurvival.com. Okay. But so House lawmakers advance legislation. They want to I guess they're warning of China's presence in America's food system, how it poses a national security threat. Obviously, that's what makes America thrive. Like, if you don't understand something, when it starts even down to the most primitive of civilizations and tribes, the most strongest one comes from the people that had the ability to get protein and replicate making food. That's what makes tribes stronger. That's why they go kill other tribes. They take over and these sort of things. And this has happened since day one, conquering of people and nations. This is what happens whenever there is no society how we have it now, right? So coming along with that, we got things like food. So they're getting a hold of food. They want to take over the semiconductors and the minerals crucial to the supply chain. They already did that with Afghanistan. So the farms and think if they just make them, they bought them and they just say, hey, we're not going to produce this season. That would put us in a huge, like if I was to fight America, what I would do is I would cause massive racial division. I would say, hey, like I would say the president is a racist. That's what I'd do. I would do that. I would say, that America's evil, racist. I would say that I would cause massive division in between the politics, like there's to be no agreement. Thanks, Josh. I would buy up the farmland because cut off the food supply, cut off any kind of electronics, any way they could develop any kind of technology. And then once I had them so broken and crippled, I would send in a nuclear weapon. That's what I would do. So, I mean, I think it's pretty simple, but politicians want to remain in power, so they'll tell you whatever you want to believe, and that's what it is. And they'll tell you whatever you want to believe. You just shake your head and drink your Kool-Aid and go along with it, and so that's why we are where we are. Who threw the poop? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's why we're in the position we are. That these guys want to remain in power. However, when China comes and takes us over, that power is going to be. It's not going to mean anything, you know. Um, so anyway, they bought up, I guess, 1.9 billion worth of farmland, ranching, and forestry, apparently, according to the Department of Agriculture. Also, we got people like Canada and European nations that own a bunch of farmland too. The reason why the Chinese thing is such a problem for them is because they cannot create food in their country well. The terrain, they can't grow stuff. That's why they eat, weird things like sea urchins and things. They try to, uh, you know, do farming like livestock farming and stuff. It doesn't work out well for them. I know a lot of American companies have went and opened factories there to help with that. So while we do that, either like, I don't know why the government shouldn't shut something like that down while we're giving them upper hand. But yeah, divide and conquer. Thanks, Ryan. Exactly. That's what I would do. And anybody that has any kind of military strategy would do that. So then we have, obviously the supply chain crisis. If you go look in your stores, there's been items that us as a family buy that I have not seen in months, and it probably won't be for months. I know a lot of companies are having hard times of getting in just random things, that even things that are made here, they may not be able to get packaging for whatever their product is or selling that came from China. So we have we got all these ships sitting off the coast. We have Pete Buttigieg. He took 2 months to try to learn how to breastfeed his newly adopted children, and not really worried about it either. It's bananas. If you don't think this administration is failing America, you need to wake up, because they're failing us, and it's terrible. So with that said, hyperinflation, your money's worth way less than what it was. Um, you know, food and everything like that will go up. Obviously, the Chinese will probably put the screws to us and make us have to spend more money on the food, try to hurt small business, middle America, destroy the economy. It's all coming because a few mean tweets, people could not handle the mean tweets, so they'd rather destroy America. And I guess these people, a lot of people with the most loudest voices, like they don't do well at life, and so they complain a lot on the internet. And so while we listen to these people, like, your life is a disaster. I'm going to take advice from you. No, that this is the thing we have to. Guillermo, thank you. Yeah. So yeah. So this is a great point. Guillermo said. So China has a nuclear weapon that can fly around the world, and our military strength is 1/3 growing because of the jab. Plus, we can't even get supplies. Exactly. So, kind of think about it from, if some kind of grid goes down, electricity goes down. One, can you heat your house? Don't. We did a video about Texas last year when it had that cold storm come through. People were like burning their houses down and trying to start a fire inside. Don't start fires inside. Can you keep warm, right? If you got newborns and things like that, and if you're in a very cold area, this is something very serious. Maybe you can insulate the walls. Put a tent inside of a room, like get the smaller room of the house, like maybe a walk-in closet. Put a tent in there. Maybe put two tents, one inside the other. That's a technique you can use for extreme cold weather, like if you're outside. Two tents, one inside it, because you're creating various degrees of microclimates. So you have a tent that you can put inside to make a microclimate. Sleeping bags rated down to the coldest your area gets for every member of the family, right? You need to have that. You need to have those in your truck too. Do you have, thanks, farmers, sun prepping. Do you have ways to cook if the electricity goes out, like propane? Go get a few extra canisters of propane, whether you got a small Coleman stove or a grill, which, I mean, just use your grill, man. If you got a propane grill, which is a great tool, because you can almost bake in those things, and conserve that heat because it's closed up, and it's propane. So can you cook without electricity? Maybe you only have a charcoal grill. You don't have a lot of cash. Use charcoal, but understand you can get more out of, obviously, propane. think about these things. You have water storage. What if the water gets cut off, water gets contaminated? This stuff happens all the time, and we're coming into winter, right? Are you prepared for these kind of things? Do you have ammo? I know ammo's been short. Man, I hadn't been shooting because I don't want to spend up my ammo. Um, do you have ammo? And I even bought the bullet. Man, we actually went and filmed when we filmed all those videos last year shooting. We spent up a lot of ammo for those couple days we were shooting, and I just went ahead and bit the bullet and bought more. Even though it was extremely high, I just did it. I just I guess your money's worth less, so you need to look at your lifestyle, cut out things you don't need. Like, do you really need a cable? Do you really need your Amazon Prime subscription? Do you need that magazine subscription? Do you need to be going to Redbox every week? Do you need to be going out to eat 3 times a week and start cooking at home, maybe eating a sandwich, instead? So these are things you really need to look at, like conserve your money, because your money is a resource. Even though it's worth less, it's still a resource. We're still in modern era where it's, can you invest in things that are going to, make you, like property, for example, these sort of things. But, quit buying junk right now. Like right now is not the time. Maybe you tell your family, like, look, pick out, just a few things for Christmas, and it's going to be good things, and this is what you're going to get. So really dial that stuff back and be prepared, because, having the financial stability, having ways to cook food, water, maybe you need it for hygiene. I'm going to teach some prepping things on the shorts we've been doing. If you've been seeing the shorts, we've been doing like going through all the survival techniques. We drop some of those every Wednesday now. So do some prepping stuff for like hygiene and stuff for prepping and things like that. So canned foods, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. MREs you can eat, obviously. You can eat soups cold and things like that. Yeah, if you have a girlfriend, get rid of her because they're very expensive. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You want something easy to cook. Rice and beans, obviously you can, but it could take a lot more heat to do that. I would almost get things I could eat cold, like things in a can. Go ahead and start doing now, buying that kind of stuff now. Jonathan, I got you, man. Let me actually, I'll send the autograph with your knife, buddy. I'll maybe autograph the box or something. I took a photo, so I don't remember it. So look, cash, because you may not be able to access your electronic money, your digital money. Keep some of that on hand. Gold, silver, all those sort of things. But mainly things that can sustain yourself, right? That's what you got to look at. Things that can sustain yourself. So, food, water, your shelter, gas, ammo, just security. Security, food, water, shelter, and medical. Like if you don't have a medical kit, like these we sell here, medical kit, obviously, cook gear, things like that. We got this new new fry pan, titanium. Titanium is great for because it's lightweight. Obviously, it doesn't smell. It doesn't give off weird smells. It's all that good kind of stuff. But very quick to heat. It's got butterfly handles, so a small fry pan like this right here. Lightweight, ultralight backpacker, stuff like this, or just grid down. You're either cooking on your freaking propane or your Coleman stove. But we got some of these in store. I think we're almost, they're selling so quick, they're almost out. So you better grab one if you want one. It comes with a pouch and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, yeah, illumination, things like that. Non-flame, you don't want, candles and stuff, and that's last resort. Like lanterns that are, obviously can be battery, solar powered. You need solar recharger, all those sort of things. If I have time today, I'll actually put links and all this in this video of things that I would recommend. Obviously some kind of big Berkey water filter, freeze dried foods, the whole gamut. Just be thinking about these things. I just want to do this video, get in your mind, because like I said, I wanted to film a video, but I wanted to get this information out so quick because obviously the state of the world we're in, I want to get information out. So anyhow, guys, we'll cover some more of this going forward, but I wanted to get you in this mindset today. Obviously don't go crazy. I'm going to be spending thousands of dollars this week. Um, but just go get, some things that you need right now because you may not be able to get them. The supply chain is going down. You may not be able to get them. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you have a great day. Make sure you go check out that pot. We also got these knobs up here. The Field Scout Folder 1. Somebody just asked about a knife, and Field Scout Folder 1. Super proud of this knife. Something that's very good quality that you can afford. But no, they're $60. They're $60. Somebody said $250, no, $250, and they're $60. All right, guys. Yeah, antibiotics, great idea. You can put all the information, put recommendations of items there if I forgot in the comments for everybody, and if Mountain House, all those sort of things. So if I can't get those links up, at least you can scroll through the comments and buy those things and kind of maybe jog some of your guys' memories. Do that for me as a community. When this video ends, go put it on the video, okay? All right, guys. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll talk soon. Take care.